Has overcome several major obstacles without singing the blues, but he does know some other types of music. Craig Cuny has the story.
Bright are the stars shine, dark is the night. I know this love of mine will never die, and I
Mike Cooper is a 24-year-old senior engineering student at Texas A&I. 3 years ago, Mike was in a motorcycle accident that broke his back, several ribs, and his left shoulder and arm. Considering the circumstances, Mike's lucky to be alive. Still, Mike's arm was left completely paralyzed.
One of the first doctors told me to have my arm amputated. He said, you really need to consider having it amputated because the extent of your injuries are so bad that it's you're just going to have an appendage hanging off your shoulder for the rest of your life.
Mike decided to keep his arm in hopes to develop the little feeling he has left in it. But the doctors weren't the only ones with doubt.
There was at least a week when I just felt real depressed, and because of the pain and everything, I would just cry. And I would just think, why even bother, living? What's life worth? But at the bottom is when you start seeing what there is to hold on to, what is really worth living for.
After a year of rehabilitation, Mike started back to school in hopes of resuming a normal life. He taught himself little tricks for everyday things he used to take for granted.
My sister loves me so much. One of my sisters asked me, Mike, how do you wash the back of your arm? And I didn't know, because up to then I hadn't done it yet. I just didn't wash it.
One of the things Mike really missed was his guitar. But when one of his engineering classes was told to do an original group project, Mike got an idea.
Remember when we first got it put together, we got it and started working, strum it and produce a nice sound, and then Mike started playing with it. He's kind of took a little work, but then I'd go there and he'd be picking away at the guitar and have a huge smile on his face.
Sometimes I'll start playing and I won't think I'll be able to play something, and I'll be able to play it, or it'll start coming back to me. Or I'll start singing an old song that I haven't sung in such a long time, and it makes me feel complete. It makes me feel more of a person again.
Mike is scheduled to graduate in December and hopes to work for a major oil company that he's scheduled to intern with this summer. Mike thinks about his future a lot. He hopes to one day put his engineering skill to work with NASA and says he'd love to go up on a future shuttle mission. And for this remarkable young man, maybe even the sky's not the limit. Reporting from Kingsville, Craig Cuny, Newswatch 10.
That's our report for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night at 6 and 10. Good night.
When Motor Trend magazine named Lincoln Town Car,
helps him overcome his disability. Engineering students at Texas A&I University are presenting their senior projects this week. As Dan Delgado reports, one of the inventions is designed to help the disabled.
3 years ago, when Mike Cooper lost the use of his right arm in a motorcycle accident, he didn't think that he'd ever play the guitar again. But his desire to play again overshadowed his physical limitations.
I had a motorcycle wreck about 3 years ago and paralyzed my right arm, and I had to do a lot of adjusting since then. But the hardest thing was not being able to express myself by playing the guitar. So this semester I talked to my professor and decided to tackle that problem.
Cooper and two classmates, Haris Mahid and Hunter Ferris, built this device called the Plectrum. It is designed to help handicapped people play the guitar not only with their hands, but with their feet, too. Cooper's advisor says the invention will serve a good purpose.
Well, it's a very good addition to the handicapped community. It helped in getting those people to react, and live and experience their normal life, and add a little bit of fun.
Cooper says he would like to see the Plectrum produced by a national company.
Well, there are a lot of companies that are out there that provide devices specifically for the handicapped. Unfortunately, a lot of these devices are real expensive. So this device is inexpensive, and I can make it accessible through some of these companies to those that need it.
Cooper and his associates would like to see the Plectrum made available to the public. And if it is made available, they say, they would like to see it go for about $150. Covering Area 3 in Kingsville, Dan Delgado, 3 Eyewitness News.
And that certainly would be a reasonable price.